Hello everybody, welcome to Montezuma. It's a beautiful day, too beautiful actually. 77 degrees according to my thermometer, if that can be believed. Breezy, sunny, which could be a problem. I'm near the visitor center. Let me just verify that we're up and running. Near the visitor center, and oops, hold on. And the area near here has been, by deliberate control, has been partially flooded to encourage shorebirds and geese and ducks to come by. So we're going to go take a look at them as soon as I feel we're clear and safe to get out of this parking spot. There are children in the lot, at least one. I don't want to have an accident. So, yes, it does look like we're up and running. Okay. All right, let's go take a look at what's going on. There are a lot of people here on a relative basis. Hold on. Gotta get out of my spot safely if I can. A lot of people are here, as I said, and they're looking over that area where the Canada geese are and the shorebirds are and the various ducks are. I did see some pigeons on my way in, and of course the geese. There have been gulls flying around. I have not identified them. I believe I may have just seen a blue jay, I'm not sure. But watch as they come into view, watch, you'll see all the cars that are here. Normally they're not, the vast majority of the times that we come to visit here, there are no, few or no cars here at all, but you can see, many cars. She is too close to, some of these people are too close to the shorebirds, but maybe the shorebirds don't seem to mind terribly. People are taking pictures, and so we'll turn around. Let's turn around up here, even though there's less room to turn around, and see what we can see from the various locations. So, a few weeks ago, this was all dry, and as Dolph let you all know, in MeWe, they flood this deliberately, and it made sense to me when I read that, because, and I may have heard that before somewhere along the lines, because I remember one year they had problems with the pumps. But anyway, they deliberately flood this area, and I'll give you a look over the. Well, I'll leave these windows open for a moment. They deliberately flood this area so that it encourages. They don't bring a lot of water in here. It encourages this sort of condition where there's a fair amount of water, not deep, but it's good for for shorebirds and for various birds that will come and maybe just rest here. The geese, for instance, the Canada geese, while some may be like putting their heads underwater to possibly eat something if they happen to find something, I would guess that they're primarily grazing elsewhere, but they're here for the water and who knows what else. But other birds like the shorebirds, this is very helpful for them. It's their kind of territory that they're looking for, their kind of habitat, I should say. And the ducks make good use of it too. Gulls, you can see gulls in the distance as well. And there are shorebirds here. I just haven't shown any to you yet. I've seen them. I saw them on my way in. I'm not seeing any now. They were really in the shallower areas. This is all through the windshield. So let's take a look at some of what's here. We're not going to study every single bird, but we'll do our best to just take a look at things. I probably will not be able to identify every type of duck either. Ducks seem to be still, many anyway, are in eclipse plumage, which makes it difficult for me to identify them. But I'll do my best. That in the distance looks like a northern harrier. You can see we're going to struggle with that kind of sunshine today. You know, that causes problems for us just with the heat shimmer and everything. But we'll do our best. So I'll switch cameras and we'll take a look around at least some of these birds. Not all of them, like I said. Now, I don't know if there are any shorebirds on the far side of this water. There may be some, but I don't know. I believe I may have also seen some red-winged blackbirds. I'm not positive. I never really looked at them closely. Looks to me like a yellowlegs and likely a lesser yellowlegs. I may be wrong. To me, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it seems if I can't identify, you know, if I have a hard time distinguishing between greater and lesser, you know, Dave Nutter mentioned some of the things about the head shape and things like that. I'm looking more for body proportions. I think there's like a bigger, it appears to have the greater appears to have like a bigger, plumper belly, in my opinion. A slightly more rounded shape. But the head, he noted, as I recall, had a more square shape on the greater. Anyway, there are quite a few Canada geese here and quite a few gulls here. But ducks here and there. A small sparrow of some sort just flew by. Not sure what it was. Looks like a mallard, I believe. Not sure who that is. I'll probably always struggle with shorebird identification. I'm going to lighten it up a bit. Hey, you can see it's on the smaller side though. I could guess, but I don't want to do that. Doesn't, I don't know, I don't believe it's a least sandpiper. I wonder if it's semi-palmated, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Now, over the last at least day or so, I had heard, I had seen on eBird, postings about a Hudsonian godwit, and I'd love to see that. I took a look at things, quickly as I drove through the first time with binoculars, and although I'm not an expert on that species, I didn't see anything that stood out as something I don't normally see. And I do believe the Hudsonian godwit is a large shorebird, and I didn't see anything that, like I said, really stuck out as something like that. That looks like probably a lesser yellow legs. I believe that's a mallard there. We had some cooler days. I'm not sure about the Montezuma area. My own area did, but it's warmed up for the last couple. What I'm really looking for and hoping for is some rain. At least all the areas I visit need the rain. Who is that? Is that a green-winged teal, maybe? I don't know. No, probably not. I don't know. That beak almost looks like that of a pintail. And that looks like a northern shoveler, if I'm not mistaken. Judging by the bill. Hi. What I don't know is if that's I'm guessing that's a male in eclipsed plumage rather than a female. Another shoveler there. The bill is very distinctive, and for me, it's really helpful. Especially, once they're in breeding plumage, that's a different story, but this time of year, I need all the help I can get. Maybe I always need all the help I can get. That looks like a wood duck. That looks like a ring-billed duck, or ring-billed gull to me. I'd love to see the godwit if it's here. I don't know if it is here. But I would love to see it, and hopefully see it well. I'm concerned about these sunny conditions. So even whether we find it or not, if it's here or not, I don't know. But although so far things haven't been too bad in terms of heat shimmer, so could be worse, could be better. And we won't, we're not going to stay in this particular spot too long. I want to look over things, certainly, but I would also, I'd also like to move forward and look at maybe some of the other shorebirds that are pretty close to the road. These look like, to me, like lesser yellowlegs, but I'm not positive. That, to me, looks like an American black duck. That center screen. If you've seen them before, you know how similar they are to mallards. I'm not sure who they are back in the back there. I wonder if they're teals, but I'm not sure. Some red-winged blackbirds just flew by. Okay, let me just have a look at things. I think we may move very shortly. That might be a greater yellowlegs right there. Maybe. Okay, we're gonna move along. and see if we can improve the view just because of a different location. 1 second here. Let me just take one more look with binoculars before we do that. Okay, I'm going to leave everything in place right now. Not quite as many people are here now as there were just a short while ago. Stop right here for a moment. Not sure what this is. Is this a Pectoral Sandpiper? Kind of looks like one to me, from what I know of them, but I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. Now, unfortunately, it's not holding still, for one, and it's in a difficult spot for me in terms of where it is. You know, this one may be. Is this the same thing? I don't know. Turn around, would you? Yeah, and now you're walking away. Okay. Let's go out here and see what this is. This is something different. I'm not sure what this one is. Doesn't look like a yellow legs, either greater or lesser. Is it a stilt sandpiper? I'm not sure. Okay, come back closer. When they move like that and they don't stop moving, it doesn't make things easy. Anybody holding still? So I may be wrong, but I believe this is a Pectoral Sandpiper. again, you know, don't take my IDs, my identifications as rock solid. I'm not positive. I do know it's giving us a pretty good look. I wish it would hold still for just a moment or two so we could really zoom in, but, and you know, not only hold still but without any vegetation to block our view would be nice. Okay, let me look around a little bit. Okay, let me look around with binoculars just a bit. And we won't, you know, we're not going to be here all day. But anyway, nothing in sight that would... Hold on one second. Okay, thank you very much. So yes, we have been seeing pectoral sandpipers and a stilt sandpiper. And I have to give credit, a lot of credit, to not for the confirmation just now, but you know, just my initial identification. Hold on one second. What do I see in the air? To just the shorebirding that we've done with Dave Nutter the last few weeks. Okay, that looks like a northern harrier on my little screen here. It's distant, but that looks like a northern harrier. Okay, so we're not going to stay with it. Let me see if is that possibly... Lighten it up a little bit. This could be... I'm having a hard time seeing. I don't know where the stilt is. Oh, what's going on over here? Is that a yellow legs? Looks like it. And then there was another one over. I don't think I'm going to get it. Oh, hold still. There are grasses in the way, but it would have been nice to have a good long look at one. We've seen, that's a pectoral sandpiper right there. For what I look for with the pectoral, and maybe I have to guess this is where it got its name. Look at, if it would turn around, and that's something, it's a weakness in my identification skills. I need, okay, there's a fairly defined line between the breast and belly. You can see, and so I think of it as of the chest, pectoral, and that's how I remember it. Would you hold still? I don't know if this is the best one to look at. I don't think that's one either. Who's this out here? Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Lighten it up. Kind of sleepy. Oh, that could be a stilt. Lighting is giving me a little bit of a problem. They're kind of backlit, and that's not easy for me sometimes. I don't want to lighten it up too much, because then we start to lose color. Okay, we're going to move along though. Okay, let's move along. I haven't seen anything that's I haven't seen any large shorebirds that make me think, okay, that's got to be the Hudsonian godwit. It may be here, I don't know, and maybe it'll be, maybe it was here earlier, and maybe it'll be here later. I don't know, but could be that it's here right now, and I'm just not seeing it. I think I just heard a blue jay. Looks like the yellow legs. Lesser? No, I think maybe greater. I don't know. This is. Could this be another pectoral? Possibly, I'm not sure. Now, I'm not even sure where this bird is in terms of... Oh, there it is. It does look like a Pectoral Sandpiper. It would be nice if it would, not be behind this vegetation, and also if it would maybe step up out of the water entirely. Cute little breed. Where is. I'm going to move. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I was going to move and get those grasses out of the way, but maybe I don't have to. There may be more of them right over here. I suspect as much, but I don't see any that are like really in good clear view. Yes, these are pectoral sandpipers. Notice that clear line between the breast and belly, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not saying that's the only marker, but that's the one I've really made note of in these last few weeks. Here's that one that, no, not there, that we were looking at. It's now in the water, just there. We'll watch it bathe a bit. And while we're watching that, I'll look around with my own eyes. I don't know who's making all that noise, the peeping noise. They might be yellowlegs that are peeping like that. Okay, this one is kind of getting out of our view. All right, let's drive a little bit. Again, I was hoping to see a species called the Hudsonian godwit, but I haven't seen anything like that. Nothing that stands out anyway. Oh, everybody just... I believe all the pectoral sandpipers just took off, but they're still, they just flew a little ways away, so they didn't leave the area entirely. Stop right here for a moment. Oh, Ferris. Beautiful birds. So the pectoral sandpipers are right in this area here, so I'm trying to give you the best looks I can at them. Again, they're not always holding still and being, very cooperative, but we'll do our best. just a few more moments. Okay, let's look for other things. I'm not sure there's really anything else out of the ordinary here, so maybe we should move on and go to Wildlife Drive. I think we're going to do that. Okay, let's head to Wildlife Drive. I'm not seeing, really it's mostly pectoral close by, and then some yellow legs a little bit farther out. You can see though, obviously the great change a bit of water can make. If you're just joining us, I mentioned earlier that a few weeks ago I had been I drove in, and that was all, from what I could tell, just flat, dry, completely dry. And since they released and or pumped water in, what a change, what a change that has taken place. Now and there were, by the way, a few weeks ago there were either no birds or essentially no birds there. Now today, ducks and geese and shorebirds and gulls. And the water has to be just right. I mean, it can't be, you can't just say, all right, let's turn on the spigot and let all the water that'll fit in there come in. The water has to be appropriate depth to encourage, for instance, shorebirds. We've seen, looking down on Knox Marcellus from East Road, as things have dried up, leaving only, the deeper channels. Well, those channels are fine, but in terms of shorebirds, they don't draw them. But weeks before things really dried up, and where there were some, fairly extensive areas of shallower water and or mud, that was a draw for shorebirds. I'm really hoping we get some rain really throughout upstate New York. Not that I've studied every area, but at least the areas I visit, they need water. We saw Sapsucker Woods last week. The pond was very dry. good thing, you know, is that by and large it hasn't been very, very hot. And you know, it's not like it's the middle of July already or something like that and everything's dried out. I mean, it's late September. I see, maybe, well, I don't know if it's the same one or another one. I see a harrier. A little closer this time. I don't know if I should move. See if it comes back out or if it's on the other side of this. It's probably on the other side. I still see it with my own eyes. So again, northern harrier. We had seen one earlier. That could be the same one. I'm having a hard time keeping it in focus. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, just the one. I didn't have a camera with me, or not my, not my usual photography gear, but I visited a spot last night and not much activity there. It's my same usual spot that is now overgrown with vegetation, but and it's suffering from a lack of water, just like so many other areas are. But anyway, I saw in the air a great egret flying around, and then it landed in a tree, a little bit ahead of where I was. I was in my car, and I was able to drive up and get a good look. Again, not with my best gear or anything, but beautiful, beautiful bird. Duck in the air of some sort here. Not sure what kind. Still not sure. Looked like a mallard, actually. I just saw it briefly with binoculars. There is some water in this channel here. I don't know what feeds this. Or if they've had any rain up here. I haven't watched, the weather every day, but there's a chance of some rain within a couple days, at least in my own area, and I believe maybe in Ithaca, but I'm not sure how much. And last I saw, I didn't like the numbers in terms of likelihood. But I mean, I was thinking on my way up here, if obviously rain can make our bird watching difficult, but I was thinking, well, look, if we could have real and significant rain here today, even while I'm up here, if I had to cancel the day, I would cancel the day. I'd be happy to do it. Just to get some rain up here. We need it. See some gulls in the distance. I'm not sure what they are now. I see some people up ahead. They've got another. Well, okay. For a second, I thought it looked like one person was leading two other people to maybe possibly look at something, but now I don't think they're even together. But Stay on this side for now. Hold on a second, we'll look at something. Of course, it's difficult to see there because of all the grasses nearby. Well, maybe they are together, these people, but I don't see them, like, really, it doesn't look like they're seeing anything in particular. I hear a frog. Now, it was last week in this stretch, maybe up ahead just a little bit, that we had seen the least bittern. And, you know, I'd love to, you know, actually maybe it may have been right along here. I'm not positive. It's hard to tell if it's the same outcropping. Anyway, there's some ducks down there. Might be blue-winged teals. Not sure who they are. We may have to turn around and take a closer look. So again, I'm not sure if this was the very spot or if it was in the next like area of water, you know, up ahead. I'm not positive. And I'm not saying that a least bittern, even if it's here, if it would stay in the same spot all week, you know, I kind of doubt it, but. Just so you know, as I drove up here, in terms of leaf coloration, a lot of the leaves were already reaching, you know, their most colorful levels. Well, other areas are green, so I mean, it seems like it's not going to be a, you know, a nicely coordinated effort this year. Of course, the last couple of years we haven't really had good colors at all, except in, you know, little patches. So who knows? Hold on, I see some birds, probably blue-winged teals. Let's see if I can get them for you. There were two. One, I can only see one right now. have a feel. Yeah, I have a feeling it was that last pool of water where we saw the least bittern last week. This doesn't look. Well, this could be it. Possibly. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, let's look over here at these birds. That's weird. That's weird. Is that a mallard? Okay, let's turn around and have a better look. Wire, get out of the way. Okay. There's a turtle crossing the road back, you know, earlier on the stretch. You might even be able to see it, but I doubt it. But not good. That is some interesting coloring. You know, look behind, and those look like mallards, okay? You know, granted there's a male there and eclipse plumage, but look, its bill is yellow. This bill, the bill on this bird is orange. Looks it to me anyway. Is that somebody else in eclipse plumage? Is, I guess, maybe the question. Or is there something else going on? I'm going to let you look at that while I look around with binoculars. And it may be a mallard. I don't know, but there's some sort of interesting issue going on with its coloring. But look, I mean, it's not just a matter of being lighter. I mean, look how smooth the coloring looks on its head, how even it is. And that orange bill is really something. But size-wise, looks to be about the same size as the mallards, if not, you know, it's the same size as far as I can tell. Same shape and everything as far as I can tell. Cute duck, though, I have to say. think I'm hearing a crow, American crow. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's the same size as the mallards. So I think it's probably, I'd have to guess it's a mallard. Alright, I saw... Looks like a yellow legs, probably a greater. And don't believe I saw anything else of interest bird-wise. Mallard, oh, maybe. A Pekin, is it Pekin or Peking? Mallard hybrid. It's possible. Although, aren't the Peking mallards pretty small? Oops. But it does have a very, you know, just a smooth coloration, very cute face, cute head. And the orange bill, I don't know, I mean, maybe, I don't know, if you are what you eat, maybe this bird has been eating orange sherbet all its life. Notice also, everybody, not only, I mean, this is not, you know, a guarantee, but one other thing it does, like the mallards, is it's feeding like the mallards. Feeding in the same manner, and it's spending time with mallards. So, I mean, all, you know, although, you know, you'll sometimes see other ducks with mallards, so it's not like it's any kind of a guarantee of species, but... I believe I just heard I think I just heard a belted kingfisher. I'm not positive. Thought I heard it. Just a few more moments looking at this duck. There are people on a boat, which you can't really see, and I can hardly see, but they're there. They're in the channel. Shoot, I should have been zoomed in. Just a few more moments. Okay. Just a quick look around. Again, I believe this is the very area we were in last week when we saw the least bittern. But I'm not sure. It might have been the one before this. Anyway, I'm not seeing any bittern. Let me look with binoculars. I'll point you back at the mallards. And I'm going to look around with binoculars, and then I think we'll move on unless I see something. blue-winged teal just flew in. That may have been one that we've seen already, I'm not sure. Okay, I think we're going to turn around and continue. You know, it's late September, obviously, and you know, it's not like I mean, we're into migration, definitely, and you know, it's possible to see some very interesting things, you know, from now until the end of the migration season. I mean, it's always possible, of course, but like I've said in prior weeks, hold on, what do I see? I see a wood duck. And that looks like a gallon roll over there. Or two. Common gallinals, juveniles. The wood duck is over here. Oh, I see a great egret. Make it 2. Make it 3. None of them are close, but they're here. So here's the first one I saw. Oh, there's another one. So that's a 4th. I believe we're hearing frogs. I may be wrong about that, but I believe that's what we're hearing. So, why are you telling us this? Well, just in case anyone thinks, oh, that's a bird. What is it? Let me look with binoculars quickly. I saw... Oh, and I see a great blue heron. Just saw it with binoculars way out here. You know, I don't know if there were 4 great egrets or not. It may have been just 3. One may have moved to make me think it was a 4th. All right, let's take a quick look with the other camera from here, just because there's some birds out there that I'm not sure what they are. That looks like a gallinule, just by, yeah, by the shape and also by the way it's acting. So a couple gallinules there, juveniles again. I wasn't sure when I saw them earlier. So that's the great egret. And I saw great blue heron, we saw those already. And then who's this? Looks like another gallinule, common gallinule. Again, gallinule, common gallinule. Okay. Who are these guys? Coots, American coots. Very similar to the gallinule. You often, at least I often, see, you know, American coots in groups like this. You don't see that, at least I don't see it, with common gallinules. And sometimes, of course, you see a family group of common gallinules. Clearly, you know, it's a... Hold on a second. Who's that nearby? Oh, shoot. I'm not going to get it. I don't know what that was that just swam by. You know what? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 egrets total, at least. So there's one there. One just flew in. Not this one. A different one that flew in over, I think maybe this one. And then there's one here. And I thought I just... Anyway, at least 4. I thought I saw a 5th. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I see 5 right now. Okay, definitely 5. So there. Red-winged blackbird. But someone was swimming by. I don't know if I'm going to see it because it was really close and it swam behind tall grasses. Hold on one second here. Looks like a wood duck. Okay. Oops, sorry. Let's keep going. It's almost 2 o'clock, so I have to be mindful of the time. I know we're had a late start today, and starting where we did and spending time there might, well, it was good to see the birds that we saw, but in terms of our time, might not have been a good idea. So these look like blue-winged teals to me. The grass is in the way. And another one, I believe, with them. Let's keep moving. One thing I have not seen, other than the harrier or 2 that we've seen, no eagles yet. I haven't seen any ospreys at all. Have they left the area? That I don't know. Not last night, but the night before, I see a great blue heron behind the grasses, so I'm not going to show it to you. Not last night, but the night before, in my in that birding area, not too far from me, I did see it flying by. I saw an osprey. Not sure who these guys are through the grasses. I can guess, but it might be, yeah, I think they're American widgeons, or at least some of them are. see a great blue heron to our right. I'm going to keep going though. Grass, 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 lots of grass, 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 grass. We haven't seen any eagles. We haven't seen, like I said, we did see the harrier, but we haven't seen any other raptors. As I drove here, there was, I'd say, a pretty fair amount of turkey vulture activity that I saw over, over the whole drive. Oh, at least four great egrets. Unfortunately, they're all behind the grasses. And another one's flying in. It may have been one of the ones we saw already, but... So we have all these grasses, more grasses, and more grasses, but... Let me show you. Great egret, great egret. Here's one I already showed you. Another one over here, and another one over... Where are you? Here. So a few great blue herons, or great egrets, I'm sorry. And I might be able to get one of them well. If it stays there. Ow. Battery needs to be changed pretty soon. I'd say it's in relatively deep water. I mean, it's, Just heard a crow, American crow. It's good to see them there in the water like that because it gives you an idea as to the depth. And I hear someone croaking. Oh. This great blue heron kind of displaced this great egret. And behind them, who's that? Looks like blue-winged teal. Yep, a couple of them. And then farther out, more teals. Looks like blue-winged. Okay, let's move on. It's, fairly quiet, and I do wonder, remember a couple weeks ago we went up on the tower, and we were able to see an area of water with a fair amount of activity, duck activity. And, that was nice, but it was all distant, unfortunately. And, I don't know if that kind of duck activity still is there, but it was so distant, and with this kind of sun, I'm hesitant to even try it again. Maybe I should, but... Alright, let's move on. If it were a what is that? That's a large gull. I wonder if that was it a herring gull? Juvenile, maybe? Oh, maybe it's not that large. I don't know. It just seemed large as it landed in there. It's larger than those. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I'm sure it was of no consequence. Oh, anyway, if I'd be concerned going up on the tower on a day like today. I mean, the sun is out and it's over long distances. There's going to be a fair amount of heat shimmer, and it is. Although I wouldn't say it's terribly windy, it's certainly breezy. So that could make for some difficult viewing. These over here, if we can tell, I'm not sure. Not sure. Let me look with binoculars, see if I can tell. Might be mallards, I don't know. Not sure. Let's just take a quick look with the other camera. It won't be a great look. Somehow they don't look like mallards, but grasses certainly aren't helping. They might be. This is, just a good show of how light can make such a difference. I believe that bird that flew there is a, great blue heron, and I believe this one is as well. But look at how much lighter this one appears to be. Just by the way the sun is hitting it and everything, I don't believe that's an egret. Okay, let's keep moving. I'll leave this camera in place, but I'm going to have to switch batteries very shortly. We did, earlier in the week, we had, oh, I see a pied-billed grebe. At least I think it is. Earlier in the week we had some frost. I believe Montezuma had his, oh, hold on, swimming away from, oh, more blue-winged teals, but they're where I can't really show them to you. We did have frosts earlier in the week. I believe Montezuma did as well, as I was just saying, and that does affect things. There's no doubt. It wasn't a deep freeze, but you know, it, in terms of the number of insects around, it changes things. In terms of, I think, bird behaviors, it affects things. Looks like more pied-billed grebes. Probably should have stopped. Hi, Lynn. Okay, I'm going to switch batteries in the other camera. Let me see, there's some ducks nearby. I think they're blue-winged teals. And a pied-billed grebe. Well, maybe a couple pied-billed grebes. We're going to keep going. I could show them to you, maybe I should, but I want to keep moving. It's just about 10 after 2. which seems early, but you know, the days aren't that long any longer. You know, I am going to show you some of these blue-winged teals. One moment. I thought I may have seen one that looks like it's starting to change to breeding colors, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, look at that one. See how fairly distinct that white spot behind the you know, at the base of the bill is. Almost looks like it's starting to get that crescent that I use anyway as a marker. Maybe it could be the lighting. Maybe it's the lighting. Well, see it? No, that is more of that spot, especially now. It's starting to look like it's getting some of its breeding colors. And there is another great blue heron over here. Ferris. There. And there are, you know, a fair number of blue-winged teals nearby, but we're going to move on. There's another grouping up ahead, but they're like I said, there are a fair number of them. Not concentrated, but they're here. And then up here a little ways, there are more scattered here and there by the looks of things. You know, those other ducks earlier I was having a hard time identifying. Seeing these blue-winged teals act like that, I'm guessing they were blue-winged teals also. And there were other issues with their shape and everything that gave me pause. There's some, if I can just get them. Out of the water here. There's that blue, you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? Unfortunately, lighting is a challenge, and if I move, I don't know if I could move forward to help much or not. So blue-winged teals. Is that a green? Yeah, that's a green-winged teal. Good to see. Let's try moving forward and see if that, I have a feeling the answer is no, but see if it helps us get a better view. before we do that. More blue. There's a chance the vegetation will allow for a clear shot, but I'm not counting on it. Oh, maybe it will. Well, almost. Oops. So we have this one really inconvenient frond. Okay, let me move forward, see if that helps. Yeah, I can get the frond out of the way, but I can't. I don't know if I can get. Oh, maybe. Kind of. Yeah, that's not bad. Kind of resting. All right, we're going to move on. Hold on, what's that out there? Okay, let's switch. Oh no, I'll probably switch cameras in a moment. See a starling. Just one, but it's at the top of the tree to our right, dead tree. Almost dead. There's some life in that tree, but I think I see some more green-winged teals. I'm not sure I can show them to you. There they are. Can't show them well, but they're there. And there's, I believe, a third to their right, or our right, and their left. Right there. Alright, let's switch cameras. This stretch here over the last several weeks really has not been great for various reasons. Mostly that it's dry. I see some more blue-winged teals. Just caught a glimpse of them. There's a channel of water that I can no longer see, but I believe it's still there, just beyond the vegetation. The one we were just looking through, but now in this portion of the road, I can't see it. over the past week, I really haven't seen much in terms of my own bird watching. Finding my neighboring hawks has been difficult. I did not see them this morning. I saw one yesterday, and I believe the day before I did not see one. It's not for lack of trying, believe me. It hasn't helped, though, that in my area there's been fog the last few mornings. It took quite a while for the fog to clear out this morning and allow me to see any birds at all. To our right, the Benning looks very dry. No birds that I can see. Not even Canada geese, which might choose to graze there. Nothing. Nothing. The other thing I haven't seen, maybe they've been around, but I just haven't seen them. Like I haven't seen any swallows. I haven't seen any tree swallows or barn swallows. I don't know if they've left or not. They might have. It's always nice to see them all of a sudden in the spring when they return over the course of a couple of days, at least in my area. I usually see tree swallows in my immediate area, not barn swallows, but I think I may have seen a barn swallow once or twice. knows? It could be that they have been around more than I realized, but I just don't pick up on the differences as readily as someone who really is an expert at identification. Anyway, as I was saying, as I drove here, I saw quite a bit of turkey vulture activity. And in fact, in one area, I was driving through and I could see like two clusters of them, taking advantage of the thermals, from what I could tell, and just circling and circling. And I kept seeing them, just here and there on my drive, not whole clusters like I had, but at least 2s and 3s, occasionally just a single one. Oh, wait, what's that? Hold on. Is that something? Okay, gulls to our right. Okay. Thought it was something else. Hold on, I gotta deal with some wires here. One in particular. Oh! That, I believe, was a male northern harrier. Adult male. Here we go. Come back. Come back, please. I wish it would come back because we don't get to see them very often. I'd love to have a good look at one of these days. I mean, an honest to goodness good look at one in flight, and then hopefully perched also. Who's that? Probably a gallon if I had to guess. No, wood duck. Oh. I haven't had many, many good looks at perched northern harriers. We've seen them on the ground a few times. Usually there's an issue of distance and or heat shimmer, and the looks haven't been that great for one reason or another. So, I haven't seen too many, and I don't believe I've yet seen a male perched, an adult male perched anywhere to give us a good look. So I'd love to see one of these days, and I'd love to have an opportunity to film one in flight, at reasonable distance and over hopefully an extended period of time one of these days also. Just doesn't seem to happen for me. We see juveniles, we see females, but we don't get to see, don't seem to see adult males. Not sure if those are starlings or if they're red-winged blackbirds. Maybe we'll find out, maybe not. I'd say we've seen some interesting things here today, but it's still relatively quiet. That's a great egret there. But no eagles yet. We have seen at least 2 northern harriers, but no ospreys, and maybe the ospreys have moved on. It wouldn't surprise me. Sound and look like starlings to me, so I'd say that's what we're seeing there. Lots of gull activity flying around. Don't know what kind they are, of course. Let me just double check the starlings. Yes, they look like starlings. They're not. I don't see any. I don't see any red-winged blackbirds in there amongst them. Thinking about Van Dyne's spoor, I don't know if it's worth going out there or not. I doubt there's any water, unless, and I don't know this to be the case, unless that's a managed area and they've released water there. I don't know. I rather doubt it. That we're just going to stay in our usual areas here, and we'll see if we can see anything. The conditions are tough in terms of not just water levels, but also the sunshine. can't see because of the reflection of my own clothing on my camera screen here. But anyway, we're trying to watch a northern harrier, which is now moving beyond what is convenient for me. Oh, there it is. Let's go. I don't currently see the harrier. See a great blue heron. Oh, there's a harrier. Getting farther. So this is a northern harrier, a male, adult. Getting farther away from us, unfortunately. I still see it. We'll continue. And really, quite honestly, you know, I'm hoping to get a lucky shot here. But, you know, really the best way for me is to be out of the car using a tripod. Saw it again. Out of the car using a tripod and doing things properly. I saw it a moment ago. I didn't mention it to you, but I saw it a moment ago, and it was even farther away. And I don't see it now at all. It's funny, you know, this overall stretch, this straightaway on Wildlife Drive, which towards the end, you know, is not great in terms of you know, seeing birds. But I've seen, if I see male northern harriers anywhere, it seems like it's along this straightaway. I have seen them elsewhere once or twice, but it's almost always along this straightaway that I see them. If I see them. Starlings, if you didn't know. Okay, let's, I think we'll switch camera. And we are nearing the end of Wildlife Drive, so I would say I still enjoyed it. I liked seeing what may have been a hybrid duck, that mallard slash beacon, maybe. I enjoyed seeing, you know, we weren't technically on Wildlife Drive. I enjoyed seeing some of those shorebirds earlier, including the Pectoral Sandpipers and the stilt sandpiper. Two. And I did like seeing the northern harrier, certainly the male, but we didn't get to see it nearly as well as I would have liked. Oh well, maybe next time. One of these days. Really, it wasn't the hottest summer. We had some hot days, certainly, but it wasn't really, terribly, terribly hot, at least as I recall. But it was pretty dry, and we're dealing with those dry conditions right now. For a while, it seemed like it started out okay, then was dry, and then we started to have some rain, so it looked like we're getting maybe back to normal, and then it just stopped raining. It wasn't all that hot. I see some double-crested cormorants to my left, at least two. But it seemed like we'll get through the summer and we won't be too terribly dry, but then just realized, boy, it just hasn't been raining at all. And I have to admit, looking a little bit more closely at some areas of, for instance, Sapsucker Woods Pond, kind of caught off guard by how dry things were, and then both the last weekend, the week before. So welcome to East Road. concerned about the sunny skies here, and with our usual long distances, it may be tough to see anything down there if there's anything to see. The lack of water may have the birds elsewhere. Some white down there. I don't know, maybe gulls, probably gulls if I had to guess. You see pigeons. In the distance to our left, at least I think they're pigeons. We saw a pigeon here last week, over, closer to the viewing area. It's just one pigeon on the ground. I really didn't get a chance to do much with video processing from last week. I think the only thing I really wanted to post was the northern water thrush that we saw at Sapsucker, and I still hope to get to that when I can. I just never sat down to deal with it. There's some birds down there. Looks like I believe I see some. Well, let's look from here right now. I believe I see some great egrets down there. In that channel, which is relatively deep. There's a great blue heron as well. Another heron. These look like gulls, but I don't know for certain. They could be something else. It's possible that they're terns, but I don't know. We'll take a look as best we can. We may not be able to tell what they are. You can see there's quite a bit of heat shimmer. And let me set you down before we even get to the viewing area. And we may not look from there. We may look from really along the road here. It might be easier. I see Canada geese down there. What might be, I'm not sure yet, might be cormorants, quite a few of them, if they are cormorants. I believe I see some crows, a couple of them. I don't really trust my thermometer all that much. The other day it was, I think it was reading 49 degrees, 49 degrees, 49 degrees. Then all of a sudden it jumped up. It was like, I can't remember the temperature, maybe it was 66 degrees or something like that, or 62. And I had been, quite honestly, I had been skeptical. I was like, it's not 49 degrees. It may have been earlier, but not now. So right now it says 82, but it was 77 just a minute ago. So I don't know if I trust it. I will give you a look from here just to help give you a sense as to just how much things are drying out. Now, this is, to my knowledge, naturally fed. It's not like it's pumped in or anything like that. You can see there, I mean, all that area is dry. Some of it was dry last week, but you know, there's the channel of water, which is apparently a deeper area, but so it's managed to retain some, but things are drying out. And it's really unfortunate, because not that they need to feed there, but I'm hoping that it fills in so there's some water there for geese when things are really migrating through. A couple crows in the air, at least two. Looks like they've actually mowed much of everything here, which is nice, because I mean, some of it may grow back between now and, let's say, you know, the time when the geese are migrating through. But anyway, what I was saying is, you know, I'm hoping there's water down there for you know, Canada geese and snow geese, potentially, to just for water purposes rather than feeding purposes. Maybe they'd feed in nearby fields and hopefully come here for water and hopefully give us a view. So you can see Canada geese are down there. Not lots of them, but some. And then here, I believe you do have cormorants there in the distance. Like I said, quite a few of them. And let me, let's continue on here. What I haven't seen yet, and I want to look more closely with binoculars, I want to look and see if maybe there are any cranes here or not. I don't know. Kind of doubt it, but... You see these areas, and you know, I can say, well, I've been there. We walked down there. But that was weeks ago, and not doing that any longer. These are probably red-winged blackbirds, if I had to guess. Okay, let me, I don't know if we're going to spend much time really looking with the other camera, just because I think we can tell what things are. Let me just look with binoculars and see if there's anything that deserves a closer look. We'll take a look at a couple things. They may just be gulls, but I'm wondering if, for instance, if possibly there are any terns down there. I hate some of these wires. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Be right with you. Okay. Not sure what they are, but those look like gulls to me. And you see, you know, great blue, quite honestly, sometimes some of these places where you see a great blue heron, just it seems kind of odd for them to be just there on the ground. But, you know, maybe it's because, I mean, we see great blue herons and they're not always hunting, and sometimes they want to be, you know, not right in the water, and, you know, maybe rather than fly a long distance to get to some trees in a wooded area, maybe they just, you know, say, okay, well, we'll stay here on the ground, just, you know, a little ways over there. I don't know. Looks like a duck there, but I don't know what it is. Might be a mallard? I don't know. So as predicted, the viewing conditions are challenging. I think I'm hearing, yeah, red-winged blackbirds in the air. Let me just confirm that. Yes, red-winged blackbirds flying by in the air. Quite a few, actually. Come on. I don't know if you can see them or not, but quite a few flying by. Is that an eagle? Looks like it, I think. Yeah, it looks like a juvenile eagle, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, I don't know. Maybe not. No, I think it is. I think it's an eagle. I don't think it's, for instance, a peregrine. I'll try to hold things steady on here. I want to look around with binoculars, and then I think we might just head out. Well, there are still a couple things I want to look at. I might... There's a chance I see a crane. I'm not sure. I hope there's nothing wrong with this eagle. Okay, hold on. Let's reposition things and see if I can find what I just thought I saw. More red-winged blackbirds, quite a few flying. Not thousands, but fair. Oh, there we go. That is a Sandhill Crane. So there's one. Do we see any more? There's a second. Anybody else? Could there be one on the ground right there, possibly? Maybe. Next to that one, I'm not sure. I kind of doubt it, but... So at least a couple Sandhill Cranes. Always good to see, but too far away. Okay, I think we're gonna just want to look at the white, these smaller white birds, which look like they are gulls, in fact. Conditions are tough, but I don't see anything that really immediately has me thinking, oh, that's a a tern. Okay, let's move on. And we're going to go to our, I guess we'll take a look at a couple spots. What time is it? It's after 3. We're running out of time, so we only have a little bit of time left anyway up here. So overall, I'd say, that's a little disappointing. Would have liked to have seen much more and much better. But, that's how it is. Things are dry. And hopefully we'll get some water in here soon, very soon. And something that will appeal to birds. And, it'd be nice to have some cloudy days with some water down there. cloudy days I want, for our own viewing purposes, and the water obviously to be appealing to the birds. Oh, I see. I'm not sure what they are. Hold on a second. Are they still there? They're still there. Not sure what they are. Or if I'll be able to get them either. Let's try to get them with the current camera. Yeah. They look like, are they house sparrows? Okay, I think they are. Okay. Wasn't sure what they were, but they look like that. For a second I thought they might even be swallows, but no. The bright sunshine may be inconvenient for us, but it is making for a beautiful early fall day. That I'll admit. I think we likely won't really stop and get out of the car or anything at either location, but I think we'll at least drive through Mays Point and do the same at Shocky Pool, just to stop and take a quick look, see if there's anything going on that we might want to see. And then I'll probably, unless I hear something by some miracle or something, I'll probably head back to towards Ithaca. It was great years ago, a couple years ago, when we were seeing red-headed woodpeckers here on occasion, but now we haven't seen them since. And I don't get the feeling anybody else has been seeing them either. So it's not like it's just my timing. No one else is apparently reporting them, at least on eBird. Kind of a big deal too, because red-headed woodpecker numbers are really dwindling. It's easy to, jump to a conclusion, oh, it must be something humans are doing And while that's possible, I have a feeling it's something else. It's just the way red-headed woodpeckers are. I don't know if they are really prolific breeders. They're very territorial, apparently, from what I've read. Maybe fairly selective in terms of where they will nest. All that kind of thing, and it's fine, but it doesn't make for for expanding numbers sometimes, I guess. I will get out of the car and run out there and then come back and tell you, yes, it's dry and I didn't see anything, but let's give it a try. There are some gulls flying around overhead, but anyway, let me get out and see if there's anything to report. And you never know, there might be. I'll be right back. Yes, it's dry and I didn't see anything, and I mean dry. And I did see gulls flying around, and I did see one bald eagle up high in the air, immature. But other than that, nothing. So we're moving on. Shocky pool, and we're going to do the same thing here. I'll get out and double check. that what few things there are too far away to see. It feels like I'm going through the motions, and I'm not. I mean, I would like to see some things here. I wish the water were more expansive and a lot closer. Water areas, that is. Looks like they've done some mowing anyway, and I wonder why that gate is left open. You know, it says the area is closed. Some people might think otherwise with the gate open. Anyway, let me get out. I'll go take a look. You never know. Maybe their mowing did something to open things up. I doubt it. I doubt they mowed out there in the area that would be... I do see a northern harrier in flight. Red-winged blackbirds. A couple of them. But let me get out and see if it. You never know. It might be worth getting out of the car with all the gear. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the deal. Like last week, there are some water areas very distant, nothing close, so I don't think we're staying. I did see a bald eagle in the distance, an adult. I did see some cormorants, down at water level, just a few. I did see some red-winged blackbirds, and some great egrets, but I mean nothing close, nothing really warranting time spent here, really, I would say. There are, however, some smaller birds, probably sparrows, in a nearby tree, so maybe we'll try to get a look at them. I'm not going to get all the gear out of the car if they're still here. I'm not sure. I couldn't even see the harrier any longer. The harrier I did see was no longer there, or at least no longer in view, I should say. Just saw that one of those birds. I'm not sure what it is. Probably a sparrow, maybe nothing out of the ordinary, but we'll try to take a look. I don't see it now. Just for a moment or two, if it's even still around. You can see gulls flying around, and they're still flying around. But it might be best to just close up here and then head back to Ithaca. And I might give myself some extra time to get back to Ithaca, just because I may make a stop along the way. Haven't decided yet. Okay, I don't see... No, I don't see it. Okay, so I think we should resume in Ithaca around 5:15 to 5:30 by the looks of things. I don't know if I'll make that stop or not. Okay, sorry about this. There's not much to see here. Okay, so 5:15 to 5:30. Let me see if you received the message. Okay, so you have the message, and I will see you all in a little while. Bye-bye.